Hi all, welcome to Acharya Coding School. In this class, we can discuss about the job scheduling. So, what is job scheduling and how we scheduling the jobs using the cron tab, which we can discuss later in this class. So, in Linux, job scheduling means running tasks automatically at a specific time, date or at any interval. So, without the human intervention. This means, so for example, if we take backups, if we have like a mobile or any laptop, so the backup suddenly happens at 2 a.m. So whether we are manually doing the backup, no, right? Without the manual intervention, the automatically backup will be happen. So using the job scheduling, so we don't we have actually scheduled the jobs because to task to run our task at the scheduled time. So it mainly removes the need of the manual intervention. So why we need of automating the task without the manual work? So because automation saves our time and reduces the errors. So there are we have backups. So we are taking daily or weekly backups. So at a fixed time we are taking the backups, and we have a long cleanup. So it mainly avoids full issues, and we have updates. So it's mainly automatically keeps our system updated and monitoring as well as. So we used to mainly run health checks scripts mainly periodically. That's why we are using the automating the task. So we are, how can we job scheduling is done in the Linux. So in Linux, job scheduling is mainly done in the two ways. So using the two tools, add command or else using the cron job. So add command is mainly to run a task at a specific time. So if you give the time like 3 a.m. So if you want to run the task at 3 a.m., you can give the command like this. So you can copy this command and then paste it here. So the job, if you observe, the one job is running at the 3 a.m. So likewise, if you want to change time to not 3 a.m., 11 o'clock means you can change. So the job 2 is scheduled at 11 a.m. Likewise, if you want to schedule any job, you can schedule the job using the add command. And we have a cron job as well. So it's the add command mainly runs once as a specific time. And using the cron jobs, so it's mainly runs repeatedly at specific intervals. So we have like a daily, weekly and monthly as well. So if you want to schedule any job at particular time, so if you want to schedule the job at Monday, you can schedule using the cron job. But if you want to using the add command, only we specifically schedule the job using the at specific time only, like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. Like that only we can schedule using the add command. But using the cron job, we can schedule using the weekly, monthly and daily as well as. So we can schedule alternate Mondays and we can schedule alternate Tuesdays as well as. So alternate 2 days we can schedule. So using this cron job, we can specifically schedule the jobs. So cron jobs uses a special file called crontab. So each entry has a time and command. So along with the time, we are mentioning as the command to execute our task. So the cron job mainly looks like in this format. So we have like 5 stars we are providing while writing the cron job. So each star represents these specific columns. So for example, if you see, this star represents minute, this star represents hours, this star represents day of the month. Means 1 to 31 you need to mention anything, and this star represents month, 1 to 12 months you are representing, and this star represents day of the week. So like it is Sunday or Monday, you are specifically mentioning. So which day it is day you are mentioning specifically. So if you want to schedule the job at alternate Mondays, what will we do? So in the place of 0, you are mentioning as Monday as 1. So in the place of this star, you are mentioned 1. We can copy this for better visibility instead of I'm writing everything. You can paste. So if you observe now, we can write our task on our own. So we can do now. You can take. So if you want to take backups, so what are you doing? So you will write stars and then along with the comments. So what is meant by stars? So if there is nothing, you don't need to mention anything, you don't need to provide anything. But if it is belongs to time and hour, you need to mention them as at which time it is belongs to. Either there is a 0 or 1. At which time it belongs to, we need to provide. So we are providing. So for example, we need to run a script every time every day at midnight. You need to provide. So for this, we are providing midnight means at 12 o'clock. So at 0 minute, at 0 hour, after that, every day. So if it happens at every day means you can provide star. So the day of the month is not required because every day we are running. Every day we are running. Every week we are running. So that's why we are mentioning everything as star instead of 1 or 2. So after that we need to provide path. So the command which we are running, which we are specifically mentioning. User. So we need to provide backup.sh. So then we need to mention again so we need to run if you want to run any script at Sunday at 5 a.m. So Sunday minute means minute at 5 a.m. So hours we are taking as 5. So after that we need to providing every Sunday we are running. So the day and month is not taken care. So that's why we are mentioning star. After that, day of the week is Sunday. So we need to provide Sunday. So we need to running just normal script if you think like home EC2. So it's an like EC2 user means just the user which we are using. So whether it is a EC2 user or root user, depending upon the path which we are using, and after that we need to provide the command. So we are running the cleanup .sh. So then we need to run same as like we are doing. So let us execute how we are doing using the cron tab. So before executing the cron tab, we need to install cron tab file in our system. So for those, we need to install the cron tab in our system. For those, we are installing cron tab. Sudo yum install crony.y. So this is the command for installing the cron tab. So now the cron tab is installed. So we need to enable the cron tab to work. Sudo system ctl start cron. So after starting, we need to enable the cron tab as well. So once it is enabled, we need to work on the cron jobs. So inside the cron tab, we are working the command which we have written. So for those, we need to write in the cron tab -e. So in those, we need to provide the script which we have written. So for example, we are taking everyday backup at the midnight. So you can write the script inside the terminal. You are providing insert. We need to check the stars as well. So once it is done, then we need to provide W3. So it's invalid cron tab. It's showing. Yes. So while copy pasting, we need to check the stars as well as. So we need to provide spaces between the stars. So there is a gap between everything. So once it is done, then we need to save. So now if you see, the cron tab is successfully we have executed. Now once it is done, then we can check the current user. So that for checking the current cron jobs, how many we have, by giving the command called cron tab -n. So you can see that which we have to execute the backup at midnight. Same as like we are running a script at 2 a.m. if you want to. So for taking the backups, so for log cleanup. So we have like several commands. So we can taking the update every Monday at 4 a.m. So for updation, we have a command called system app update. So using the m update, we can update. But at every 4 a.m. Monday. So the first is for the minutes and the next for hours. So day, month and week. So which we have represented in the cron job. So it's a day of the month, and the star is for the month, and this is the for the day of the week. So we are scheduling at every Monday. So that's why we are providing in the place of last star, we are providing 1. Remember this blindly. Means this we are scheduling using this cron job. So at 4 a.m. So that's why in the place of hours we are mentioned 4. Same as like in the cron tab we are scheduling. Thank you.